Hello Year 10. I know you've been craving your time with Mr. Hughes and you needed a little fix with Mr. Hughes, so here it is. And you'll be glad to know that I'll be setting a weekly lesson for you to cover with some activities for you to do and for you to submit online using Show My Homework. Now, you probably need some confidence building, so here's a little question for you. Name the topic we're going to study today. Given that it's probably on Show My Homework, this is a pretty simple one for you. But if we do have a little look around, I'm just going to use my snazzy little pointer. We've got Wimbledon. What is that synonymous with? What is that linked to? When you think about Wimbledon, what do you think of? Yes, we come to tennis, but actually it's the best. It's the best tennis competition in the world. We've got Taste the Difference, another tennis link, Roger Federer. If we think about how he conducts himself, we've got the lion badge on eggs, we've got the red tractor. Now, what are we thinking about? Well, if you have read the topic, then it's quality. I did put this up here. I'm not quite sure why this is here, because that's probably got nothing to do with quality whatsoever. But let's get away from being over patriotic. Right, let's crack on with the lesson. So yeah, as talked about, we're going to be looking at quality today. And you probably guessed that from some of the images that I showed you previously. By the end of this little episode, you'll know what quality is, you'll describe the methods and why they're important. So when we look at this geezer here, he's underneath a parachute. When we're making that parachute, why is that important? So have a little think about that, 10 seconds in your mind, just have a little think about all the things that are important and why quality is important rather. So the first thing obviously is going to be his safety, because he doesn't want to be dangling from that parachute and then falling 15,000 feet to his imminent death. So safety is important there. But also when we think about it, it's got to be durable. It's got to last more than once. And these are a couple of issues that are all to do with quality. Would you buy a product that was low quality? Would you want to spend your hard-earned cash on something that was not quality? So things like reputation. We're looking at the safety. Do we want to have returns if we were a business, recalls where somebody sends something back because it's low quality and you've got to refund them? Those are some of the issues that spring to mind when we're thinking about quality. So there's a little definition for us: free from defects, deficiencies and significant variations. So that consistency. Mars bars, they don't make different Mars bars, they have uniform Mars bars. So how good or bad or well the product made. Two things we're going to look at today, two approaches. First one is quality control and the other one is quality assurance. So let's get into it. So quality control is when you have an inspector, little clipboard. Yeah, we see this guy here, he's checking the quality and how it's been made. Imagine this quality control inspector standing behind you with a clipboard and a white coat, and you're working away and you've got somebody checking your work. How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel trusted? Does it motivate you? Just think about that as a little extension for you. But when we look at it, it's quality inspectors. They check the standard. Is it consistent? If it is, they tick it off and it gets a nice big stamp saying quality control or quality checked. You might have seen this on some products that you've purchased in the past. In terms of how it works, well, there are different stages. So a product might be checked at the beginning, the middle and at the end. But can you think of any problems when you check a product at the beginning, middle and end? I'm sorry I can't give you more time on this, but just think about it, and you can pause this video at any time you like. Okay, so the problem with checking at the beginning, middle and the end is that, well, if you check it at the beginning and then we go to the next stage and somebody's had a heavy night out, they're not on top form, they're a bit under the weather and they make a mistake, then that product is defective from that stage. Now, there might be another 10 or 15 stages before you get to the next quality control check. So between now and then, you've had 15 different stages, you've used different materials. If you're building a TV, you may have put a screen on it, you may have put the speakers on it, but you made a mistake right at the beginning, so all those parts are now wasted and they would have to go into the bin. So wastage is an issue with quality control. Maybe a better approach would be quality assurance, and this is about thinking about quality, putting quality at the heart of the product, so you can minimize the chances of substandard work. So you're focusing on quality as you go. Going back, to quality assurance, this is where everybody is involved. So the workers are involved. If you've got somebody standing behind you like QC checking your work, then it's their problem to check the work. But quality assurance is when you empower the worker to manage their own quality and to see the person that they're passing their work on to is like another customer, an internal customer. So they don't want to pass on poor quality to a customer or to an internal customer. So they care about it. It's more motivating. And that quality assurance is part of the design stage. It's not after the process has started and everybody is thinking about their quality. Okay, so why is quality important? We touched upon this starter, but let's go into it a bit more. We've got reputation. Galaxy phones, they had a habit of blowing up in your pocket. Not a nice experience. But from that then led to them having lower sales and allowing Apple to dominate the market, and Apple gained a better reputation because of that problem with the Samsung phones. So they had to be withdrawn. That stays with a product. That affects its sales. Also, to gain and retain customers. It's a selling point. It's a USP, a unique selling point you want to attract. It creates a hold in the market. It allows you to enter a market. It allows you to increase your market share. And also, if you have a high quality product, you may have a higher profit margin. So you can keep your old customers, create brand loyalty whilst attracting new customers with your reputation and your reviews. And we know how reviews are being used online at the moment. We talked about recalls earlier on. If you get a recall, then you've got to deal with the reputation, you've got to deal with the cost to replace, the labour in order to do that. There's issues there. Okay, that concludes my little episode, my learning episode on quality. Hope that wasn't too tenuous and difficult for you. Remember, you can go back and stop, pause and go over these issues and these learning objectives at your own speed. This will be on YouTube also, so you can subscribe to the channel, and there will be an activity sheet attached to this, so you can use this PowerPoint to complete that activity sheet. On Show My Homework, I'd like you to submit online, so you can hit the submit button whilst in Show My Homework, or you can attach a document, or you can take a picture of your work that you've done in your exercise book. Totally up to you, but make sure you give it a go, because what we need to do going forward is to make sure we haven't got too much work to do when we come back. So it's all about minimizing the effect of being away for a while. So keep going, work hard. We're all thinking of you, and we're just looking forward to that day where we get back to school in a bit of normality. Hey, whoever thought we would say that? Thanks a lot for listening, and I'll be back next week.